Okay, we are live and going to give everybody just a couple of minutes to come into the room. It is good to see everybody checking in. We have a lot to cover tonight. I want you, if you would, I'm going to mention this a couple of times as everybody checks in. If you would, go ahead and prepare when I finish the first 15 or 20 minutes of the training, we're going to be going into the platform. And so be prepared. Don't send your questions before that point, because if you do, they're going to get lost. And a lot of people sent questions in a Facebook group. I greatly appreciate that. Those questions. And but we've got a couple of new features we're going to be going over tonight. And we've got a lot of stuff going on. I was going to build the kiosk from scratch again. And I talked to a few people and asked them, did they feel I needed to do that? And they said no, they'd rather see the features and see the changes and stuff. And I did a video last week. I'll do another video tomorrow on the updated features, just a little 3 to 5 minute video. I think it's a little easier that way than going through and building all the way out on training. That way the training will flow and it doesn't bog down training. So what we will do is I'm going to go into the same platform, and if everybody can hear me, just throw a yes and or whatever you want to say in the chat box, just so I know everybody can hear me and everything is going out. I can always see it on my end going out, but I don't always know if you're getting it on that end until you start talking. But once again, prepare your questions. After we're going to talk a little bit about the funnel, what the funnel is all about. Thank you, Kenny. What the funnel is all about. And hey, Jack, how you doing, buddy? And going through, this is typical marketing 101. Hey, Mark, how you doing, buddy? And, building your funnel, filling up the top and letting them drip down to the bottom. And that's where your money's at, not only for you, but your clients. So we're going to talk a little bit about the funnel tonight and go through that. But prepare your questions, and we got quite a few. Got people watching on YouTube. I can see the people on YouTube, and I can also see the people in the in Webinar Jam. Just real quick, Webinar Jam has changed a little bit because Google Hangouts is going away. Google Hangouts now has a new program called YouTube Live. That's been there for a while, but they finally are getting it to where everybody can use it. And so Webinar Jam is going to be integrating with YouTube Live. Hangouts will be going away in April. So I will be sending out another link for everybody to sign up. And once we get a large portion of the people signed up, we'll go ahead and switch over to the new live broadcast. But it's supposed to be a lot cleaner, a lot quicker, shorter delay. But now that it's 8 o'clock, and we're going to get started. But if you would, once again, go ahead and get your questions lined out. And if I have to stop training, once we get into the platform, we're going to go through everything. Hey, Will, how you doing, buddy? Gary and Bob, we're going to step through it step by step. A couple of new features. We've added the birthday feature to the app. We've added a new search bar that you can use on the apps. It was been requested for a while, and Mark got in and programmed that over the last few days since last training, so that you can go in and search. I'm going to show, excuse me. I'm going to show you how to turn that on, and I'm going to show you the birthday feature, how you can turn that on. And we're going to talk specifically, starting off, about the funnel. Customers have to show them how to build out their funnel and get everything going. So looks like we got about 50 people in right now between YouTube and the Webinar Jam. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'd like to welcome everybody to our Wednesday night training. It's a pleasure, as always, to be here. We may go a little bit over tonight. We got a lot to cover in a short time to get there. So let's go ahead and get rolling. Real quick, App Wizard Studio nor I cannot guarantee just because you're watching training you will make any sales, create any traffic, or increase your income. Every person is different, has different work ethics, and different desires for what they want to do. So, and with that said, let me add this. I think sometimes it's people, just because we add a new feature and I train on that feature, as I've said many times, my number one go-to sell has been the digital business card for the last 2.5, 3 years. I didn't add all this stuff, and I don't go in and add a bunch of third-party stuff to the apps. I am adding the kiosk. That's going to be my go-to this year, along with the business card and the marketing platform. I have not personally gone out and sold. I do have an appointment tomorrow with a clothing store here in town that I talked to when I went to dinner. So I will make my first sale. I just got my tablet just a couple of days ago and have got it set up. So, but what I do teach is sales. Sales is sales. I've been selling all my life, and I've sold a ton of apps. And I know that sometimes on training it sounds easy. Sales is probably the toughest job in the world. That's why you make so money doing it. Salespeople make more money than anybody in the world. And the reason they do that is because it's challenging. But if you've got the right product and the right drive and the right desire, you can literally write your own ticket. So that's the second part of the disclaimer. I just wanted everybody to know. I know the program, the kiosk, is going to be easier than selling the business card. We're going to roll on, and as I do make sales and build that business to about $250,000 to $500,000 this year, I hope you follow suit and make good money also. Now we're going to continue with the loyalty rewards and kiosk program. It has come full circle really since we first launched this last week. A lot of great things have been added and changed, and very excited about it. We're not stopping there. It's going to continue to flourish and continue to grow, and things continue to happen. How many times have you been driving down the road and you saw that sign, and the first thing you did is you looked? We are programmed to do exactly that. And with the kiosk program, that's what you're doing. You are really making people look at the advertisement that is before them. So how is the kiosk program built? What is the premise it's built around, and what is a marketing funnel, and how do you actually go out and present this and explain this to your customers to get them to buy? Well, as in any funnel, you have to pour people into the top, and eventually they start coming out in the bottom. Marketing with the kiosk mobile plan is a great way marketing list. And the most important list of all is the text list. Why? Because we know without question, and it's been proven over and over again, people will look at a text within 90 seconds, an email within 90 minutes to a couple of days. We want reactive marketing to where when that text message goes out, you immediately are reaching out and touching customers and making them have a reaction to the information they receive, and do what? Bring them back in the business. With the ability to send out a text at the touch of a button, it allows your clients to reach out to their customers immediately. You can't do that with newspaper. You can't do it with email. You can almost do it with Facebook, because people are so attuned to the Facebook notification anymore that it's almost like a text, right? When they get a notification, when they're actually following somebody and request those notifications, you'll see people all the time on Facebook when you go out to restaurants or wherever wherever you go, to the stores. Everybody's on Facebook, messaging back and forth, posting on the timelines and so forth. So it's instantaneous. When you hear that little ding, it's instantaneous, and it works very quickly. And it's one of those things that just happens. Let's think about prospects for a minute. What is a prospect when it comes to kiosk marketing and or mobile marketing? And there's one thing I want you to remember. There's no different than the handheld mobile device in your hand to collect data in order to be able to reach out to those customers than there is in the kiosk. The only difference is the kiosk is actually sitting on a counter. The handheld device is in someone's hand. So not only can that client be collecting data, let's say that maybe he owns a restaurant in town, and he's doing a speech at the Chamber of Commerce, and he would like everybody to see his marketing platform. He doesn't have to have a kiosk with him. He can take his phone with him, and he can have everybody sign up right there at that event via his phone and go in the exact same database that he's collecting information at his restaurant from customers that are walking in. So where are the prospects at? Any person, any place that can be asked to sign up for the loyalty program. It doesn't necessarily have to be on an 8-inch tablet. It can be on his 5-inch phone. What about nurturing someone? You know, we all love a little bit of love and tender care, and we like for people to think about us, and texting is very personal, right? So when you receive a text, it's almost like receiving a personal message. I feel like every Wednesday I get a personal message that Sonic loves me and tells me to come and eat. And same thing with Subway. I really feel that they care about me enough to send me a special offer. They're nurturing me. And when you guys and gals, you ladies and gentlemen, receive those text messages for somebody, it's personal, and you're carrying on a conversation. And in that conversation, you usually have some type of reaction. Sometimes it's happy, sometimes it's sad. Sometimes you get in your car and go get a $1 cheeseburger. Sometimes you get in your car and go get something from Subway. So maybe you go downtown and get some tacos. Whatever it is, you have some type of reaction. Why? Because someone nurtured you. And there's nothing more important than creating leads and generating leads for any business. That's one of the most important things you need to talk about when you talk to your clients, is about generating leads. Every person that signs up through mobile or the kiosk now becomes a lead. Why? Because you have the means, you have the ability to reach out and touch them with a click of a button and nurture them. Okay, they're now your prospects, and you're nurturing them. Now they've become a lead. Now you can reach out and touch them and bring them in your business. Opportunity is unbelievable with mobile marketing. We all know that. We've been talking about this for several years. Increased traffic equals increased revenue for a business. I can't think of a business anywhere, and this is what I was talking to Stacy about up at the little boutique next to the Chinese restaurant that I was eating at. I stopped in and showed her what I had and told her I'd like to come speak to her tomorrow. And nothing is more important to a business than increased revenue. And that's exactly what I told her. And the reason I told her is because I've been working on this training, and it was the first thing that popped in my mind. I said, Stacy, how would you like to increase your foot traffic, which increases your revenue in your new boutique that you just opened downtown? And I know downtown commerce very well. And I explained to her that it's kind of tough sometimes to get people to come from the main drag out where the college is downtown to shop. And you know what she said? She said, you know, you're exactly right. She said, I would love to be able to capture the people that come in here and reach out and touch them, just like you're talking about. And so we got an appointment tomorrow. So that was an opportunity for me to help her increase her traffic and increase her revenue. Customers. Hey, Gail, how are you? Customers are extremely important. Without them, we do not open the door. Without them, we do not make any money. Without them, we have no business. Without them, we are really nobody, okay? Grow your customer base daily with specials and rewards using this marketing system. That's exactly what it's there for, to increase the customer base. I want you to think of something for a moment. Not only do you have the ability to reach out and touch people by having them sign up on the kiosk, not only does your client have the ability to reach out and touch people and have them sign up on their phone if they're out in the field, but they can also advertise that 27126 and that main number, the keyword, the main keyword that's going into that database. All they have to do is say, hey, join up for our loyalty rewards. Text Kerry to 27126 or whatever their keyword is. So now they can reach out in all mediums. They can also take that same 27126 or a link to their app, to their join our list section of the app, and put that in Facebook and advertise that. So with this simple system, you have the ability to reach out and build customers at any time, any place, anywhere. You can reach out to prospects who then that you reach out and nurture. Now they generate leads and they come in as a lead. Now you have the opportunity to increase your foot traffic and bring those customers in, which increases your revenue. And now they're a customer for life because you continue to nurture them. You continue to send out specials to them, and they continue to come back in and be your customer. Let's look at plan one. Getting your client to understand the reach and scope of today's marketing is integral to the success of the program. You have to understand this. You have to understand where that lead goes when they type it into that kiosk. It's one thing to walk in and say, hey, I've got this great kiosk program and it's going to build a database for you, and stop there. But you need to show them, explain to them, we are going to build a funnel. And at the top of that funnel, your customers are going to walk in the door, and then they're going to start filling into this funnel. And in the bottom of that funnel, there's a little spout, and they're going to start dripping out because we're going to reach out and touch them once a week, twice a week, 3 times a month, whatever they want to do, through texting, email, and social media, utilizing the marketing platform with one touch of a button to get out and bring those people back into their door. We have all been conditioned with today's technology to respond quickly to something as simple as a ding on the phone when receiving a text. I was talking to Woodrow last night. We spent several hours on the phone talking and just visiting and having a good time. Talking about text marketing reminded me of Pavlov's dog. And Pablov, many of you probably know the story, but just a quick overview. He realized that a dog salivated every time he was hungry. And so that dog was controlled by the smell of that food. And so he said, well, you know what? I wonder if I can get them to do that on command. And with a simple bell, every time that dog smelled food and he started salivating, he would ding that bell, and then the dog would start, without even smelling the food, he would ding the bell and the dog would start salivating. We are programmed the exact same way. Whether you believe it or not, when your phone goes off and you hear that ding, we're just kind of like the old dog. We just smelt something good and we reach up and pick it up and we look at that message. We've been programmed that way ever since smartphones have come out. I was watching a special on Discovery one time. These phone companies spent millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, okay? Millions of dollars watching response to ringtones. Millions of dollars. It was amazing watching this one guy, this one company, and this one guy in this room, a studio, and he would sit there and he would hit the ding over and over, and they would change the sounds and move everything around until it was absolutely perfect. That's how important that little ding is. Why? Because when you hear it, it creates a response. So you've got to have your clients understand that. The best way to have them to understand that is when you're explaining the system to them, okay? In the first part of your plan, and you're standing before them and you're explaining the system to them, you need to have them sign up on your kiosk and or your phone so that their phone will go ding and watch them pick up their phone. It's going to happen. If I had you all programmed into a system right now without telling you I was going to do it, I could click that button and the majority of you would stop listening to me and pick up your phone and see what the message is. It's going to happen. Watch in a restaurant next time you go. Watch anywhere the next time you go. Today's shoppers are mobile. How many of you actually pay attention when you go out? Because you're in the marketing business, you're in the mobile business, now you're in the kiosk business, and you've got the whole realm going on, and realize what's going on around you. No matter where we are or what we are doing, period, the mobile phone is involved. We are on it while we shop, watch TV, eat at a restaurant, even when we're visiting others. We're on our phones, and it's going to continue to happen. Think about the reach that you have today simply on your phone. The reach of today's technology and the rapid dissemination of information is absolutely mind-blowing, giving business owners the advantage of reaching out to their customers whenever they want. The most important thing you can talk to your customers about is they can literally reach out and touch their clients at the click of one button. That's it. The click of one button. They can use social media, they can use text, and they can use mobile to reach out and touch their customers. That's the most amazing thing about this whole program. That's why it's important that they understand that. The reach that they have. You can't do it with a newspaper anymore. By the time somebody, if they get a newspaper, actually reads it, the sale is over with. I've been noticing over the last year at the number of ads in my mailbox going down. I mean, it's going down more and more and more. Why? There's no response to that, because by the time, if somebody doesn't throw it away and they set it on their table, by the time something actually happens, the sale is over. Touch somebody via text message, have them come in and show me that app, and they get what they want and they spend money. Action. When you hear a text alert, what do? I mean, everybody be honest right now. When you hear a text, and that's why I turn my phone off when training's going on, because for some reason, everybody wants to text me while I'm on training. But if you'll notice, when a text message goes off, I hesitate because I naturally pick up my phone to the situation at hand. A simple ding. You pick up your phone and you look at the message or email or the Facebook message. Whatever the notification was, you pick it up and you use it. You had a conditioned reflex to something you have been trained to do. Yeah, absolutely. Are we having training tonight? And I get a lot of those text messages, and I'm wondering why they're not on here. But, what do? You either reply or you take some kind of action. Maybe you get your keys. Maybe somebody's outside and they texted you and said, hey, I'm here. So you took some kind of action. Okay. And or you followed a direction. With the kiosk program, with this marketing platform and being able to build the funnel with this system, you literally are training people to do exactly what you want them to do. You get a message in the morning that says it's $1 hot dog day at Sonic. Your mouth starts watering right then, especially if you like hot dogs, and I love hot dogs. And your mouth starts watering, so you're thinking about it all day. And you're wondering what time the rush is going to start. So you're going to take some kind of action. My action is, as soon as it comes in, and I know Will's the same way, because we text when Will and I even talk about Sonic when we get our text, okay? And I start planning my day around, okay, I need to go up there. I'm going to get there about 11 because the college is going to let out at 11:15 for lunch, and I want to beat the crowd. And I go up, and sure enough, I get there, and the line is still around the building because everybody is trying to beat the crowd in commerce, but before the school lets out for lunch. And it all happened because I got a text. And Sonic has literally trained me, okay, has trained me to hear that noise on Wednesday morning and set my plan accordingly. Your customers can do the same thing. Your clients can do the same thing. Their customers will be looking for every day, whatever day of the week they send the message out, or you send the message out, they will start looking forward to that. I wonder what XYZ Boutique is going to have on sale this week. I sure did want those accessories up there. I'd really like to get those half price if I could, because I want to buy a pair of jeans and I don't have the money to buy both. And they're anticipating that. They're anticipating and waiting to hear that sound so that they can react, so that they can take action. And they're going to follow the direction that you gave them. Hey, this sale is only good until tomorrow at noon, so you better get on down here. And what are you going to do? You're going to put it in your schedule, and you're going to go down there, and you're going to be there at noon. Conversion. There's nothing more important than conversion when it comes to sales, especially when it comes to building a list and marketing. You have to have conversion. Conversion is absolutely phenomenal with texting. We all know the results of text message marketing. Why do we know it? Because we live it, because we are a part of it. Okay, I can tell you, and Will's probably pretty close to the same as I'm 100%er when it comes to Sonic and Subway. 100%er. And I'm not the only one, because you can see people showing their phones at the window. You can see people showing their phones at Subway to get their special. There's a lot of 100%ers. And 90+% are going to respond to that text message. People who sign up for rewards programs do so for one specific reason, so that they can save money. There's no other reason to sign up for a rewards program. You want to know what the special is, and you want to know when it's coming, and you want to know that you're going to plan your day around that when they receive the offer. It converts to cash for your clients. Converts to cash for your clients. And you need to convey that. Ask them what their conversion ratio is when they run an ad in a newspaper, because they're doing it. Your customers that you're talking to are advertising. Think what it would be if they start converting that advertising into text customers, where they can reach out and touch to them within 90 seconds versus 3 or 4 days. And engagement. I'm huge on engagement right now. I'm putting together an entire training series, working day and night, putting together this training series on engagement. There is nothing more important than engagement. You can have all the lists you want. You can sign up all the people you want. But if you do not engage with them, they're never going to make a decision. They're never going to react. They're never going to do anything. Marketing through engagement. Nothing is more important than engaging with your customers. It makes the experience personal, and that customer will want to do business with someone they have a bond with. I feel like that the places I go that text me to come in, that we have a bond. And that's why I wrote that. I truly feel that they care enough to spend some money to reach out to me via my phone. And that's the reason I trade there. It's a personal thing. Everybody that texts you is personal. When I get a text from you folks, it's personal. I answer it. Okay. When Ferris needed some help, we were messaging back and forth on Facebook. Okay. When Juan needed to be able to sign in just a few minutes before training, he texted me, and it's personal. You want to reach out and help that person. You want to be there for that person. And so when that business cares enough about you to say, hey, Kerry, we're having a special today, that's personal. And I want to trade with them. And I want to trade with them over and over and over. The offers through text messaging are very well received. Why? Because I asked them to be sent to me. I asked them to send me that special whenever they can, so that I can take advantage of it. Engagement creates, what's the most important word here? Recurring buyers. With this system, not only does it create recurring buyers for your clients, it creates recurring income for you month after month after month. Let's take a look at the kiosk system, and I want to make sure that everybody understands this. And I've been thinking, I've answered this question 100 times since last Wednesday's training. The kiosk system isn't just the kiosk. You're not going and just building that, okay? And we talked about bundling and putting this all together as one package, right? You're creating the mobile app for them. You're creating that mobile business card or whatever you call it. You're creating that at the exact same time that you're creating the kiosk program. It's connected to the same marketing platform. It collects the exact same data, and you can do the exact same thing from both of these platforms. And you need to make sure that when you're talking to your clients that you don't diminish the importance of that for his business. Just as well, you don't diminish the kiosk program talking about the mobile app. They work in concert together. You've got a handheld platform that you can collect data with, and you've got a stationary platform at the point of sale that they can have sitting there that they can collect data with. Does everybody understand? I want to make sure before we go any further and I switch over to the platform itself and we go in and we start looking at these things and start looking at URLs and all the questions that I've had, we're going to answer those tonight. Does everybody understand this is a complete, total marketing system for businesses that are out there? They have the handheld device, which works on their phone. They've got the kiosk, the 8, 9, or 10-inch, whatever type of platform you're buying for yourself. Whatever that platform is, they've got the kiosk that is stationary for their point of sale, and it all ties into the same marketing platform. When you go out and sell a package like this, okay, when you go out and sell this package, people are going to be blown away. I mean, you're talking just in software alone, just in device software alone, you're talking $1,000. You can literally charge $1,000 for that, okay? Believe it or not, most of these kiosk systems and Woodrow and I both have done a lot of research on this. You're talking anywhere from $2,500 to $3,500 a year. And the sad thing is that's out of the reach to the normal small to medium-sized business. You can literally make a 6-figure income, bringing this package within reach for your customer, and start doing the add-ons. And we're going to talk about reputation management a little bit tonight, and start doing the add-ons and increasing your revenue with just adding a few features to the app. And over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to show you. I don't want you to get confused, and I don't want you to get overwhelmed. What you need to focus on is selling the kiosk system. But because we have training every week, I want to make sure that I can show you how to do the add-ons, how to use something like the reputation management system that's in our platform, an in-house system that you can add on and make another $25 or $30 a month with. And that brings information, again, back to your client on the spot, and they know exactly how their customers feel. It's extremely important. But these 3 things you see on the screen right now, you've got the mobile app on the left, you've got the kiosk up on the top, and you've got the marketing platform on the bottom. These are all synchronated together, okay? Everything is in sync together. Everything works together. It all collects the same data, goes into the same place, and you can continually market, bring in new customers, create new leads, and send out new marketing material using the handheld device and the point of sale device. Okay, let me switch over here to the actual platform. Give me 1 second here. This is the only thing I don't like about Hangouts. It takes too dang long to switch everything over. But let me do this real quick. I have to move screens here. Out and bring up the new screen. And I think this is it right here. Okay, we're in the platform. Okay. And while we're in the platform, do not forget, and I'm going to go through this after training last week. We had several questions on this. In order to use the marketing, the kiosk system, in order to even access the kiosk system, you must add texting to your app. Now, one thing Woodrow has done, he's set up the system. You know, I told you last week, start off with the $15 program and then the next month go to the $25 program. Well, he's given a discount on the first month for the 1,000 package, the $25 program. You can now go ahead and sign up people on their first month for $15. Okay, that's your cost. And so you'll get to pick up that extra on the first month. And then you don't have to roll them up from the 15 to the 25. It's already done and your discount's already baked in. So you get to pick up that extra money in the first month anyway. So, and that's the reason I was saying last week, start off with the 15, that gives you an extra 20 bucks. Well, Woodrow went in and he reduced the cost of the 25 for the first month to $15. So you get the same discount on the front end and you're able to go ahead and roll them into the 1,000 package. That way you don't have to update. You don't have to worry about it. Everything is done and the discount for you as the reseller is there. So you have to add, and I'll go into this one right here just to show you. You have to add texting, and all you do is simply go where it says add texting. If you'll notice up here, it says texting details. When you add texting, that changes. So all you do is add text service and come in and set up, okay, whatever you want. Now, the regular price is here, but the discount is on the order, okay? So your 1,000 texts is $15 for the first month and then $25 each month after that. And all you do is place your order, and that will activate your kiosk system. You can't have a kiosk. You can't have a marketing platform for texting if you don't have texting. So you need to go in and you need to activate the texting, okay? And once you activate the texting, now it says texting details right here versus add texting. So you'll know you have texting added because up here pops a white box that says text credits, plan 500 credits a month, view details, okay? So you know you have texting added to that app. Once you do that, now the kiosk program is activated. Now I want to show you, I'm going to use two different apps here because I want to show you how to know. I don't have texting added to this app. So I go in here to this app and I say, well, I need to get to the kiosk program and I forgot to add texting. And I go up here and I know that it's in the messaging center. And I open up the messaging center. And if you'll notice in here, there is nothing about texting whatever. Email subscribers, birthday subscribers, stats calendar. There is no texting links at all that have been activated. If you see that, and you'll see where kiosk is in just a moment, when you see that, if you don't see kiosk tablet in here, you know that you did not activate texting. So you have to do that in order to get to the kiosk program. Once you've done that, once you've activated texting, and that needs to be the first thing that you do, go into edit content. Now, remember last week I built the app out, okay? This is the app that I built out last week, all right, Kicking Wings. And so we built the app out. We went into create a new app. I went into the template platform. I selected my app. I put my information in, and I created my app. Now, one of the questions I had all week long is, hey, I created my app, but it did not create my kiosk. It doesn't. Okay, you have to manually go in and change that information. All right, it's two separate databases. You have to go in and manually go in and set up the kiosk, but it's extremely simple. Just like setting up this app literally takes about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, I throw my logo in there. Now you've already got your logo. You can use the exact same logo, 500 wide by however tall you made it. I recommend 500 by about 250, something like that, 200. That way you don't take up as much real estate, okay? And it fits on an 8-inch tablet. So we're going to go up here now, and we've got our app built, and everything is set up. We did this in the template program, and everything is set up and everything is done. Now I want to go in and I want to work on my kiosk platform. Now you can see that I went in and I activated texting, and I can see text received, text keyword, text subscribers, tablet kiosk. Now I want to go right here, and I want to be able to go in and I want to be able to upgrade and update and make my kiosk exactly what I want it to be. Now, last week we went in and we set up the kiosk, and we set up our custom colors, and we did all that. Okay. And this is the exact same logo. All right. Right here. And you can see it says enter our VIP loyalty reward. No need to enter more than once, as you always have a chance. By entering your agree, I can change all of this text right here. One of the questions, and I can't remember who it was, but I've got it on the questions when we go to the questions, but I want to kind of answer it now, and then we're going to talk about it in depth when we get to the Q&A period. And if you have questions now, please go ahead and ask. I'm using my peripheral vision. I'm watching both sides of the screen tonight, and I will stop and answer your questions as we're going. I usually don't do that, but I want to make sure that when I'm talking that I catch your question on the spot. So right here, you can see that even though this is set up, maybe I want to go in and change something. Maybe I want to go in and I want to make my background this gray color right here. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to choose. I'm going to use my Colorzilla, and I'm going to select my sample from here, this gray right here. And I'm going to change my background color to that. I want to make that change. So I'm going to go into Edit Kiosk Interface. Now you can see right here that I've uploaded my image. If I wanted to change out that, I could simply click on that and upload a new image. The background color, let's change that to the gray. All right. So I'm going to change that to gray. Now I can scroll down and you can see that it changed immediately. Now I look at that and I say, you know what, Kerry, that's really ugly, and I don't want my customers to have something ugly. So let me go ahead and change it back to where it was. So I come back up and I pull my orange, red, or whatever color that is. And I come back up here and I go to background color. And I simply, if you don't want to use the color wheel, which you can, I normally don't because I'm terrible at picking the right colors. Click on these 3 bars right here, the adjustment bars, and simply go in and paste that code right there. And you can see with one click of a button, I changed it back to what it was. Okay. No, you cannot. I think someone put in a ticket to that to Mark. But right now, what that does is it color matches with the color that you pick. You may want to put a ticket on that, and maybe that's something in the next upgrade that he can do. But at this point right now, you cannot change this color right here. Okay? You cannot change this color right here. And everything I've tested, these colors usually go very well with what color you pick. Now, this is where you turn on the birthday program. If you'll notice, I turned that off. But let me show you something. In order to initiate the birthday program, that has to be set up in the Join Our List section. That has not changed. You have to go in and set up your Join Our List. Right here it says, do you want to use the birthday program, yes or no? If you turn this on and you say no on the kiosk, it's still active on the phone. So you have the option of either turning it on the kiosk or turning it on the or off on the kiosk. So I'm going to say yes. Now this is very important right here. you have to make sure that you put a message in, because this is the message that they're going to get on their birthday. So you need to get with your client. You need to ask your client, hey, this is going to be their birthday special. When they sign up on the kiosk for your weekly rewards program, on their birthday, they're going to get a special text. And it's going to say happy birthday or whatever you wish it to say, as long as it's under 144 characters. And they're going to get that information. I mean, 160 characters. They're going to get that information on their birthday, and it's going to send out automatically. It's funny. I did this about 4 or 5 months ago on an app that I was testing. On my birthday at 11:45, I received a text from that app that I had totally forgot about. And I heard my phone go off, and I went and looked at it, and it said, hey, happy birthday. Come in and get your free whatever it was. And that was sent from an app that I was just playing with the birthday system that I had signed up for and totally forgot about it. So I can tell you now that it works. Okay? So, but you have to have it turned on here in order for it to work. Does everybody understand that? You have to set up the birthday program and under join our list. You have to turn it on here, put your data in here, and hit save in order for it to work. Now let's go back up to our kiosk. By the way, while it's going back, let me say this. Kenny Dutton timelines these trainings, and he puts the timeline in the YouTube video. It's usually about 24 to 36 hours later. He emails it to me, and I put it in the YouTube video. He's very good at timelining what I say and what I do. All you have to do is click on the time that's in that timeline, and it will take you to the exact spot where I'm talking about a specific thing. So, and I appreciate Kitty for doing that. That has been a godsend. I mean, it's very, very, it's worth its weight in gold. It's awesome. So now you can see that I've got the birthday turned on here. Okay. Now, if I want to turn it off, simply come up here, ask user their birthday. No, I don't want to do that. Or the customer don't want to do that. Now, let me tell you why this is important. You see it's turned off now? Right here. You're welcome, Nakisha. Right here, this is worth money in your pocket. Simply turning on this switch. How many of you could get an extra $15 to $20 a month by simply adding this special feature that's going to increase their business on somebody's birthday? It's amazing what this one little button will do for your customers. So turn it on or turn it off. Okay? Any questions on the birthday feature? Please, please, please ask now. Please ask now. Now you can see that our text data is here. This is the same text data that is right here. This information can be changed. All right. Now, I'm going to tell you this right here and this can change. You can say 3 messages. If you're at a, I think it was Bob Azor asked about this. If you're at a, I can't remember what he said, a trade show, and they only want to send out 3 messages a month or 2 messages a month or 1 message, you can change this. You can make this whatever you want because you control that. And I'm going to show you that in a minute in the control panel. Okay. You control that in the control panel. You do not have to set up automated messages at all. All right. But this just lets them know that, hey, be aware that you're going to receive XYZ messages, and you can change that. Now I changed that there. I'm going to click save, and you can see right here, I said you may receive up to 3 messages a month. Now, I want you to notice that I changed it here, but I didn't change it here. All right? Why? Because you can change that data too. Anything here you can change inside this WYSIWYG box. Anything at all. Maybe you want to put a link in there to a special coupon or something. You know, I mean, you could use it for many. Don't overcrowd that area, okay? Don't overcrowd that area. But that can be changed and you control that. For help on additional information, please call us at, you definitely want to change that phone number, right? I mean, this is already done in accordance with FTC regulations. So I would be careful changing any of this information here other than the phone number and or the messages per month. Okay? Change the phone number and or the messages per month. Message and data rates may apply, has to be there. Do not take that out. Do not. All right? Now the birthday. I can come up here and I can select my month and I can select my day. All right? And I can go in and submit. Now I want you to see a quick change that happened. Remember, it used to go to a totally different page. It doesn't go to a totally different page anymore. It goes right here on the right-hand side, so it doesn't create a confusion. All right? Their branding is still here, which is the most important thing for any business. The branding is right here on the left side. Now, after 10 seconds, it doesn't do it on here, but it will on your kiosk and it will on your phone. After 10 seconds, this will automatically return to the regular screen. Okay? Will automatically return to the regular screen. This is one of the changes that was made. After they submit, it rolls over and the information is right here. Now, this information can be changed also. This information is the thank you page. So I can come over here to the thank you page and I'll just change something here so you can see it. All right. Now change the phone number. I'm going to click save. And you can see it automatically changes down here. All right. So now, when that change is made, you can see them here and you can see them here. You can put anything in here you want. Anything. Once again, you've got 10 seconds. Be careful. Don't overload it. And you don't want people standing there at the counter for 30 minutes reading a dissertation on kiosk marketing. Okay? Thank them, blah, 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 and move on. This is the URL right here. This is the URL, and I'm going to go into that software here in just a minute. This is the URL that you will put on your kiosk. If you'll notice, this portion here is the actual app URL. This first portion, onetap.mobi/kiosk demo. That's the actual app URL. /kiosk is the unique URL for your kiosk. So everybody got that? This is the unique URL that you will be using for the kiosk itself. And this is the URL, and I'm going to show you in a minute where you put this if you use this particular software on your tablet to turn your tablet into a kiosk and take the bars away and they can't go in and mess with a bunch of stuff. All right? Does everybody understand that? This is the kiosk URL. Guys, we're going to go about 30 minutes over just to let you know. If you don't catch it all, the replay will go up right after training, but we're going to definitely go over tonight. Okay? This is the unique URL for your kiosk. It says kiosk URL. This is the URL that you physically put in your tablet for your kiosk to operate. All right? Don't use this right here. Don't use your app URL. Your app URL goes to where? It goes to right here. So if you put that in the kiosk, if you put that first half of the URL, that's what they're going to see. They're going to see the app on the phone. Okay? Any questions at all? Let's go up to the messaging center. Now, when you text in, all right, and you get that information, no matter which system it comes from, it goes into the same marketing platform. Text subscribers, email subscribers. You can post on Facebook from here. You can post on Twitter. I've gone through the marketing platform several times. If you have any questions about it, let me know. Now, I was talking earlier about special links and things. If you want to put a link to a tab in your app when the messages go out, because to me, there's nothing more important than continuing to drive your clients' customers back into their branded platforms. Send them into the kiosk when they sign up at the point of sale system. They go in and sign up. They're going to get a welcome message. I would make sure that I have my app link, and it may not be the front of the app. Maybe you want to send out a V card sometime. Okay. All you have to do is right click on that tab right here in your computer, and it says copy link address. This is the specific link address for the button. I can copy that link address. I can copy that link address. These are no more than links tied to a button. You right click on it, copy link address. I want to send them to the V card. Okay. And when they click on that, it's going to take them to the V card, and it's going to say, hey, download this to your phone. Isn't that a great thing to be able to do in a thank you message or in a rewards message that you're sending out? You're sending them out 3 or 4 times a month. Drive them into specific areas of the app. I mean, wouldn't you want them to download that right into their phone book in their phone? Absolutely you would. Why? Because when they go to looking for somebody, maybe a pizza at 12 o'clock at night, or a pair of jeans because you got a date at the football game or whatever it is, you've downloaded that in your phone and you open it up and you say, hey, man, I can go to Kerry's Clothing, pair of jeans. I think I've got a coupon from there on my phone still. See, it constantly keeps your system in front of, or their system in front of their clients, their customers. So anytime you send out something, and make sure you do, okay, add a link. Simply right click or copy link address, go into the messaging center, go into send new message. You can shorten that link, go to the shorten URL, put the link in there, hit paste, hit add, and here's the shortened URL so that it doesn't take up all your room. Paste it in there. Now when this message goes out, save our app or whatever you want to say, or just click here. Anything that gives them a call, and that link is inside that app. Okay. Now, I was talking about scheduled messages, and we went over this in another training, but I want to touch on this because I've had some questions this week. Scheduling your messages. Many of you have heard me say, sit down at the beginning of the month, get with your client, sit down with him, or have them email you, whatever they want to go out. A lot of your clients will send out the same message every single week. Okay. Maybe you've got 20 different reward specials that they want to use, and that's all they want to use. Sit down with them and number them. Say, hey, okay, this is rewards 1, 2, 3, 4. They have a copy. You have a copy. He emails you and says, hey, use 1, 5, 7, and 9 this month. Go ahead and copy and paste the information. Paste it right in your marketing platform. And you come out and you say, okay, he's going to run that special. We're going to schedule it for another time. I want this one to go out every Wednesday. So I'm going to put it in, and every Wednesday it's going to go out. Okay. Well, maybe he wants to change that. So I'm going to send it only once. But I can go in and I can schedule these messages over and over, because I can say, okay, I'm going to send this one only once on the 11th, and I copy and paste it in. And then I've got to change messages, and I'm going to do it on the 17th or the 18th. That's Wednesday. next Wednesday, I'm going to send this message out, and it's only going out once, but I can save that message every single time. And now I've got the entire month of messages, or 2 months worth of messages, saved in the system. You set and forget, and you don't have to deal with it again until it's time to set up a new set of messages. So you can either send the same message over and over and over. You can send it now. Let's say that he calls you up and says, hey, Kerry, I'm having really bad luck on Thursdays. I would like to try for the next week this one message and bring people in to get a cold drink with their meal and see if that helps. I can do that next Thursday, and or I can say, okay, Kenny, if you'll send that over to me, I'll go ahead and schedule it up. I can schedule up next Wednesday's message, and he wants it to go out at 9 o'clock in the morning. And I just pick 9 o'clock in the morning. I set it up. Only send once. Hit the message. Preview it. Oh, gotta select my text. Don't forget to do that. I forget this all the time. I'm going to text it out to people. I'm going to preview it. If you don't get a preview down here, that means you didn't set it up there. And there's my message. And it says right here, save scheduled message. And I'm going to save that. Manage your scheduled messages, and or go back. If you want to manage your messages, you can go in here and you can edit them right here. And there's my scheduled message. And I know it's going out January the 18th of 2017 at 8:59 a.m. This system, really what it will do is absolutely amazing. Because you can put together an entire marketing plan for your client, and you sit down and you spend an hour or two with them, and you plan it out with the calendar in front of you, and you put it together. He's paying you $79 to $99 a month, okay? Maybe if you added the birthday program, he's paying you $129 a month, all right? And you put the whole package together, and all you need from him now boards that he wants to go out. And every week, just like Sonic, just like Subway, you can allow your clients to do the exact same thing the Fortune 100 companies are doing, except at a price they can afford. Is this too difficult for anybody? Is the platform, is there anything that I need to show you? Anything specific you need to see while we're in here? I want to make sure you understand, because there's one thing I know. There are people out selling this kiosk platform like crazy. I was talking to one of our guys down in Miami yesterday, and he sold a whole caboodle of stuff for about $400, $500 a month. I can't remember what it was, but it was. He put together a website for them, built out a nice app, the whole 9 yards. How to build a kiosk? I just showed you. Hang on just 1 second. I'll show you again. Go to Messaging Center. Go to Kiosk, Tablet Kiosk. And your kiosk is right there. Now I'm going to show you, I'll show you what it looks like. This is when it's built out. Let me go here and see. Maybe this one's built out too. I don't remember. This one may be built out too. Okay, this is what it looks like when you pull it up. Okay, this is a demo. This just shows you where everything's at. All you have to do is go in and edit kiosk interface, upload your image, match your colors, turn on the birthday program or turn it off, change your text, and hit save, and you've built your kiosk. Absolutely. All of you will see this right here. All of you will see the Bolorama thing. Bolorama. I don't know where Mark got that at, but it's I like the bowl. It's pretty cool. But everybody sees the Bolorama, and all you do is change out the information. What is the system tray zone? Where do you see that at? Where do you see that at, Will? I'm not sure what that is. Oh, what is the system time zone? It is, I'm pretty sure it's Central Time. I think it's Central Time. I'm almost positive it's Central Time. I'll check to make sure on that, what the server time zone is. Let me see if I can text Mark while we're talking here, and see if he's still up. I just texted him right now, and hopefully he will answer me. Any other questions? Zier, did that answer your question, buddy? Pretty cut and dry. My birthday reward went out at 11:45 Central Time. The time zone is Central Time. So that's -5 or -6, depending on. Now we do have Central Time does have down here where we are. I know in Illinois it doesn't change in some places, but down here where we are, we have daylight saving time. So you have to adjust that at daylight saving time's place. They try to get rid of that every year, but I don't think it ever will. Now you have to make the adjustment. You have to make the adjustment for daylight saving time. I know when we go in for the messages that go out to you guys, we always have to change that. Great, that is a great question. Whoever Will Sibbs asked that question. They're in the group. Matter of fact, I downloaded them all. Just if you'll search Mike Cahill. If you'll search Mike Cahill, and it is in the group, I can tell you. And I went in and I downloaded every one of them, and they are good contracts. And that is a legal firm. What they're wanting you to do is to hire them. Okay, they're wanting you to buy. They're wanting you to buy their services. So the first month setup, I'm charging $199. Let's talk about. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Yes, sir. The new group, Ed. He posted a deal, and I can't remember the name of it, but I downloaded every one of the contracts, and they're good contracts. Sales contracts, and they're all legal, and they're all legal across state lines. They're very good. They're very good. Yes, I am charging the first month of $79 and $199 setup, and I'm going to talk about the tablets in just a moment. I got very well educated. You know, Will, I don't remember. It might have been at the time that I signed up. I don't remember. I can tell you how you can test the birthday program and sign up for the birthday program. The contracts are in the group. Look for Mike Cahill. Is Mike Cahill? There's Michael Cahill right there. Thank you, my friend. It was posted on December 16th of 2016. And I'm pretty sure it was in the new group. But and they were excellent. That was a great post by Mike. So, and he just threw that up there. Posted on December 16th of 2016. And you can download a ton of contracts for free. And I recommend it. You can salesperson contracts and all kind of stuff. So, yeah, it was very good. It was very good. So, but this is the way you test the birthday program. Today's January the 11th. Put it out there. Sign up and mark down the date the time that you signed up. If y'all can see Mike posting there, he said search bracket legal bracket in the new group. But if you will go in and put in a couple of days out and mark the time that you signed up, it could go out the exact same time you signed up. Okay. All right. Keep the questions coming, guys. I'm going to keep rolling on here. We're getting ready to get into back over to the slides. If you have questions, I'm going to leave this up. I'm just going to drop this down, and I'm going to go back to the slides. I will flip back and forth. Tonight is however long it takes tonight. As long as you guys want to hang out and ask questions. Okay. The Kiosk App program. Let's talk about the kiosk. Let's talk about the tablets. Let's talk about all of that. I got very educated on tablets from one of the smartest people. Cover remote? Sure. Let me do that right now before I hang on just one second. Let me go back to the let me go back to here. I want everybody to be comfortable tonight when we quit training. It's the most important thing. What a pizza delivery person would do, he would take his phone and he would go out and you can do one of two things here. And what I would do is I would change this right here from join our list. Now I'm going to do this live so you can see. Okay, Ed, I want you to see what I'm fixing to do. This is the join our list button. This has everything activated that's on the join our list. Okay, this is the same thing that goes into the marketing platform, just like the kiosk, with the exception of the kiosk doesn't have what? It doesn't have the email address. It's got the birthday program on here. They can sign up right here via a handheld device from the mobile app. That's why it's so important that when you're talking to your clients, that they understand they have two methods of collection, a handheld device and a point of sale device. Okay. Now, obviously, you're not going to go in there and give them a handheld device, but all their people have phones. And I worked for Domino's Pizza when I was probably 15 or 16 for about 2 weeks. I hated it, but I needed some money. And so I worked for Domino's Pizza, and they had an incentive program. And what they did back then is you carried a clipboard with you and you collected information. Okay? You collected information. 3 with keyword and short code. I'm not sure what when you guys ask questions, be a little more specific. I don't know what 3 with keyword and short code mean. Okay, so make sure that you've got to join our list. Now I'm going to show you something real quick, and this is what I do with all of my apps when it comes to loyalty rewards. You can do it however you want. This is just my recommendation. I'm going to go to the header up here. And I'm going to go to a button bar, and I'm going to add a link, and I'm going to go to join our list, and I'm going to do right here, click here. All right. And I'm going to hit add, and you can see it popped up right here. I don't want it right there. I want this button bar at the top of my app. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to come down here to styles and colors. And this is for the person that's out in the field. This is the person that's out there making pizza deliveries or whatever they're making. You can see that I moved my button right here above the logo. Okay, up in the header section. I'm going to come on up here and I'm going to change the button bar. I want to make that so it stands out. So let's change the background color. Let's go over. I told you I'm not good at this wheel. Okay, let's change the button color. We'll make it bright. Okay, let's change the text and icon color. Let's make that white. No, we don't want to make it yellow. Let's make it white. Let's make it red. Okay. And we'll change the border color to black. All right. So it stands out. And we're going to change the text size to about a 14 or 15. That way it stands out. Okay. It stands out to where when that person who's out in the field and it's kind of dark and his phone's lit up and he don't want to really be at work anyway, all he has to do is come up here. I'm gonna save that. And I do turn this off in the app. Okay. I turn that tab off in the app. See the join our list right there? I'm going to turn that off in the app. I'm just going to go to links, join our list, turn it off. Now it's not in two places and it doesn't clutter your app. And now, when that person has the handheld device out in the field, all he has to do is click that right there and they fill out the information right there and collect it from two places. I see what Rick is saying now. There are three ways to join a list. You can join it with a mobile device, a handheld device, whatever you want to call it. You can join from the 27126 using the keyword, okay, or short code, and you can sign up with the Kiosk program. Ed, did that answer your question, buddy? Okay. Three ways to sign up. Handheld device, extremely important, especially for those that are out in the field. This data goes to the exact same place in the messaging center, in the marketing platform, no matter what they sign up for. Absolutely, Ed. Absolutely. Okay, I'm going to go back to the other section now. If you have questions, think about them. We'll flip back and forth. It's no big deal. Where am I headed? Okay, right there. Let's talk about devices real quick. Okay, I bought for $68 at Walmart, regular $78, a Nextbook Aries 8, 8-inch quad-core tablet with Intel inside, Bluetooth enabled, HDMI, Wi-Fi, a camera, the whole 9 yards, 68 bucks. I was looking at some very inexpensive tablets, and I was having trouble with the screen. And because I'd asked the girl at Walmart if she could activate all those because I was searching for the perfect tablet for what I wanted to do, and I explained to her what I want. So she went and got this lady that was working at Walmart who literally could have worked for Android. This was the smartest lady I've ever met in my life when it comes to anything computer. And I'm not. I don't know anything about them. This is the key to purchasing a tablet. You may say, well, I can go out and get them cheaper and I can make more money. We're not in the hardware business. I think I mentioned this last week. We're not in the hardware. You want to get good hardware that works. What makes a tablet more expensive is the screen itself. The most important part of a tablet is the screen. The cheaper they are, the cheaper sensors or whatever it is they use in that glass, and the harder it is to do things. I was doing some of them that I couldn't even get to work with the keypad, the touchpad. Okay. She recommended that a very good tablet, and they didn't have any in stock. She said they sell out of them as fast as they get them, is the RCA Android tablet. They're about $55. She said it's an exceptional tablet and the touch screen is very sensitive. And that's very important to your clients. You don't want to go out and buy a $30 tablet or a $20 tablet just because it's $20 and you find out that 50% of the people can't sign up because the touch screen's not working. So keep that in mind when you're purchasing these. You're probably going to have anywhere from about $70 to $80, $90. Yes, mine is an 8-inch. It's a Nextbook 8-inch. And that they've got an RCA that's an 8-inch, and it was a cheaper one. It was $10 cheaper, but I went ahead and got the next book because I really, really liked it a lot. And so that's something to keep in mind. Just don't walk in and buy a tablet. Have them take it out of demo mode because the URLs that we have will not work on their tablets. Have them take it out of their demo mode so that you can physically type in the URL of your kiosk and test those tablets. I would have never thought of that. And the girl that was selling me the tablet, she said, I couldn't get it to work. And she said, let me go get this other lady and she can tell you why. And she did. And it was an education that I'll never forget. The screen is the key. The cheaper the tablet, the cheaper the technology in the screen. So, and it's all about the glass, oh baby. Okay. So let's talk about the program. They're all screenshots from my tablet that I bought. And let's talk about the Kiosk App program from Google Play that we posted. And I'm going to walk you through exactly what you need to do. It's very simple. Now, I will tell you, and I'm going to show you 3 of them that I tested. Now, I'm only showing you one of them on the slides. I liked all 3 of them. So whichever one is easier for you, use it. But they all 3 work exceptionally well. Okay? All work exceptionally well. So go to Google Play on your Android tablet. All right, go to the Play Store, and you're going to type in, go to Google Play, and you're going to type in full screen browser. All right, type in full screen browser in Google Play. And when you go in and you type in full screen browser, this is what's going to pull up. This is what I'm going to train you on. This Woodrow tested this for over a week. Okay, tested for over a week. You can sign up with a QR code if you put in the short code, and I wouldn't do that personally. It's too much work, and most people don't have a QR code reader on their phone. But you could do that if you program the QR code to go into your texting center. But to me, that's most people don't have a QR code reader on their phone. Most phones do not come with a QR code reader. But here's the full screen browser that I'm going to show you today. I tested this full screen browser. I liked it a lot. I tested this full screen browser that's got a 4.6 rating, and I loved it. Okay. They also have a paid version on the fully kiosk browser. It's a little more robust. You can use the free version and do exactly what you want to do. But this full screen browser right here is the go-to. It's very simple to set up. They can't turn off or on anything. Same thing with these, so if you want to try different ones that fit your taste, this one works great. This one works great. This one works great. I literally had this one on, and this one on for 3 hours apiece, a total of 9 hours today. Okay, testing this one, and this one, making sure that I could go back all during the day and that it worked. And all 3 of these work. Okay, this is the simplest one of all of them that I'm going to show you that Woodrow found. Okay, and if it fits your taste, great. If not, you have a couple other options. So simply, you're going to download it. You're going to install it. This is going to come up. Full screen browser. Full screen browser does not require any special permissions. I like that a lot because it's not accessing a bunch of crap on your phone. Okay. Now, I think it was the full kiosk. They do get off in your phone. Okay. Just hit accept. When it downloads, just click open. You've got to click up. This tells you exactly what to do. Okay. Use settings to select what to show, hide, or dim. Now, I didn't have to adjust any settings at all. Didn't adjust any settings at all. My tablet was already turned on not to go to sleep, so I didn't have to do anything. Long click anywhere to unhide the action bar. What that means is go And literally, it took me a little bit of time to get that rhythm down. Okay, that's the hardest part of this, is learning what a long click is. And I hope you can hear this, but it was literally just like that. And the reason I got that rhythm down is because I did it like 1,000 times. Okay, once you get that rhythm down, there's nothing to it. So what happens is when you long click, you're going to be able to go in and you're going to be able to set up everything. This is already set up for you. I did not have to change anything. Okay. You can do a reload interval, but our app automatically reloads after 10 seconds. So you don't even need to turn that on. All right. Hide this. Hide the navigation bar. It's hidden. Action bar is hidden. Okay. It's already in mobile mode, so you don't need to go desktop version of a web page. You don't have to deal with that. All right. Now you're going to go up and you're going to, let me see here. Let me find it. This right here, when you double click on it, it didn't take in that screenshot, but when you double click on it, you're going to see this little world right there. When you hit that little world, it's going to come right here and it says, where do you want this browser to go to? Type in the URL of your kiosk. Okay, type in the URL of your kiosk and simply hit OK. When you hit OK, this is exactly what pulls up. Your kiosk pulls up just like this. You don't have any header. You don't have any anything on the bottom. There's no buttons. There's nothing they can get to. In order to get out of this, tap. Okay. And you'll be able to get out of it. Very simple. Just get the tap down. All right. When you long tap, this comes up. You can change the address. You can refresh. You can exit out. You can go back. This is the buttons. These buttons down here on the bottom are actually buttons on my tablet. This is a back button. This is all the apps, and this is the home screen. So literally click on the home screen. And it'll take you out. Now, this is what it looks like when you hit your buttons. Okay, here's the screen on this side that was changed. But this is in actual kiosk mode. Okay. Sure, I'll review it one more time. No problem. Okay. This is setting up the birthday. Hit the month. This is what it looks like on the tablet, on an Android tablet. Just hit January, hit the date, hit submit. Okay. Now, I had those two slides out of order, but here's your full screen. Here's your full screen icon right here. Okay. Now let me go back. Somebody asked if I could go back, and I have no problem doing that. Okay. Go into Google Play. Go into Google Play and search for full screen browser. That's exactly what you type in. Full screen browser. Just go into Google Play on your tablet. When you go to Google Play, you're going to see this. This is what I'm training you on. Full screen browser with the big blue W. Okay. And as I mentioned, I tested this one and I tested this one. And these all three work. All right. Full screen browser. Simply click on it, download it, and hit install. This is going to come up in the middle of your screen, say accept, and it's going to download, and you just simply open it. When you open it, this is what's on your screen. It's literally full screen when it opens. You got a long click. It says right here, long click anywhere to unhide the action bar. It's literally, okay? And when you do that, it's going to come up and you're going to be able to set your full screen browser information. You don't need to change anything. You don't need to go up here and the first thing you're going to say, well, is this the desktop version or it's already mobile. Okay. It's already mobile. You don't need to click that. These buttons right here are already clicked. You're going to click the little world up at top. You're going to type in the URL of your kiosk. Now, remember, I told you the URL is the URL of the mobile web app plus // kiosk. And you get that from when you go into Kiosk tablet, and it's right up top. It says Kiosk URL. That's the URL that goes here. Hit OK, and it takes you right to the kiosk in full screen mode. It takes you to kiosk mode. All right. Here's what I was talking about right here. You got the world. This is where you'll click on when you do the long tap. Okay. You do the long tap. This tab bar comes across the top. You click the world, and that comes up for you to put the URL. Yes, my next book does not go to sleep. That's correct. I think all Android devices, you correct me if I'm wrong, I think all Android devices can be set to not go to sleep. You can see I got the birthday program set up on this. Okay. When they click the button, it takes them over here. They don't have to return. It's going to return automatically in 10 seconds. And when you go out of it, you're out of it. Any questions at all? Any questions at all? Yeah, I think all of them have no sleep. You go into settings and set it not to sleep. It's going to be plugged in. It's going to be plugged in. So, you know, there's no need for it to go to sleep. The paid version of that one I was telling you about, if you do the paid version, it connects to the camera. And your phone can go to sleep. And when the camera senses motion, it'll open the screen back up. But it's €4.99. Okay. Any questions at all while we're here? Anything about the notebooks or the tablets? Woodrow tested about 10 different tablets. He found the 8-inch tablet. Very good. Matter of fact, we showed you the tablet that he bought last week's training. The Insignia, I think it's called. Very, very good tablet, about $60. So what we have found is that $60 range, you're getting a quality tablet. I answered that a while ago. You can sign up using a QR code, but you've got to set up. You have to go to like qrcode.com or whatever it is and set that up for SMS, and you put all the information in there, and it automatically takes the person to their messaging system. You can do that. You can't do it with our QR codes. You have to go to a special QR code builder. But you can set up a QR code to automatically trigger the texting system, the messaging system of a phone. I think it's called qrstuff.com. qrstuff.com. 8 inches is the perfect size. We tested 7 inches. Donald, did you get that information I just put out, buddy? I noticed you asked it a while ago too. 8 inches is perfect. 10 inches is a little bit too big. No, only phone numbers. Only phone numbers. Only phone numbers on the kiosk system. Okay. Keep asking questions, please. I'm going to roll on here. Feel free to keep asking questions, please. I want to show you a feature. This was requested in the group the other day, and Mark has implemented it. You go over to Edit Web App. We'll stay in the same app here. Please don't feel like because I changed that you don't have to ask questions about what we were talking about. I will definitely go back. Okay, very good. Thank you, Donald. Okay, search feature. A lot of you are doing and very successfully doing directories. And this was the main reason people had asked for it. But you can put it on any app, okay? I can't tell. Let me go ahead and go in here to settings. Right here, you see app search, okay? You see app search. Now, if you have any questions on this before when I'm done, please ask. All you have to do is simply go to disable it or enable it. We're going to go to enable, click save. Donald, Rick just put a free designer QR code generator in a link there. So thank you, Rick. So we've turned on app search. Now let's go back over here to the app. Let's hit reload. And it pulls up a search bar right here. Okay. Now you can change the background. If you go into custom content, your coloring for this app is in forms and content. Hey Marcus, how you doing, buddy? How's Australia? What part of Australia are you in? Let's go to advanced. Let's go to content body. Let me increase the transparency here. And the background color, let me make it yellow. And you can see I put yellow in. And it highlights the search bar. Okay. If you want to change the text color, come down to forms, text inputs. You change that right here. Okay, has everybody got that? I've been to a lot of places in Australia. I love Australia. Okay, so you change your input under forms, under text input. You can highlight the box. You can highlight the box. In content. Let's say I want to change the background color to black. And I want to change the border color to red. All right. So everybody got that? We'll change the text color to white since I got a black. Okay. Very, very, very simple. Now, let's go over here and do a little search real quick. Now, let's say for giggles, I wanted to find out how to maybe contact us was in a menu or something. Okay. I hear you, Marcus. I'm trying to keep up with the Joneses too. All I have to do is type in contact. And it brings up the contact us button. So let's say that I was in a directory and I was looking for shoes or looking for Johnny's shoes or something to do with shoes or maybe auto parts. All I would do is type in auto parts and hit enter, and it would go. Okay, very cool feature. Now, what it will not do, if let's say you build a restaurant menu, and I'll use the exact same example that Mark used. Let's say that you type in and you've got salad in your menu, okay, and you got it in your name and or your category. But let's say you wanted to know if they had vinaigrette. If vinaigrette was not part of the name, it's not going to search the description. That he's going to work on that at a later time. There's a lot of moving parts to this search bar. So, but what it will do is it will search the name. Okay, search for the name, and it will pull that up. And this is really cool, especially if you're doing restaurant menus and things like that. So just remember that it won't search the descriptions, but it will search names. It will search titles. It will search buttons. It will search links. It will do any of that stuff. Okay. To turn it on and off, very simple. app search right underneath slide menu. Do you want it enabled or disabled? If I disable it, hit save. Go to preview. We reload. And it goes away. Goes away. Any questions at all? Any questions at all? At all. I will give it a couple of minutes here. I know there's just a little bit of a lag time, so I will make sure, and feel free. I will go back to anything we need to go back to. We're not done yet. I just want to make sure we don't need any questions. The ROI tab is onetap.mobi/ROI. onetap.mobi/ROI. Okay, and that's a good thing. Good reminder. Oh, shoot, I got one other thing I wanted to share. I tell you what we're going to do, guys. It's 9:30. Reputation management next Wednesday. I mean, we'll be here another hour if we go into that. I'm going to hit the examples of the rewards. That's in here. Let's talk about recurring payments. What do you mean if you have when you guys ask questions, kind of get more in depth detail. If you have a custom site, do you still use the kiosk address? The kiosk address is always created when you create the app. Whatever the app name is, let's say it's a onetap.mobi, or let's say you have a enterprise system and you've got the white label and it's like mine is getdigi.mobi/kiosk demo/kiosk. Whatever the URL that's created, it's always ends in /kiosk, irregardless of whatever the site is. The app, whatever your app is. Whatever the app is. Yeah, okay. All right, recurring payments. I use Freshbooks. I use Freshbooks for everything. I can set up recurring payments in Freshbooks. I put their information in when I'm at the if you're using a CNAME, it's whatever that kiosk URL is up. It's going to create the kiosk URL. I'm not sure if that's going to become the CNAME address or not. I haven't done that. I can check on it and I'll get back to you. So I can't answer that exactly, but it will create, no matter what the name of the app is, it's going to create the URL for that kiosk in the back end. It's going to automatically do that for you. Automatically. And they're not going to see the kiosk URL because you're going to use that software that takes the header bar out, and they're not going to be able to see that URL. The only person that will see that is you setting that up. Okay. Recurring payments. I use a program called Freshbooks. We've got a special with Freshbooks. They give you 60 days free trial, $15 a month or $10. It's gone up a little bit since we first started doing it, but it's a great price. You can set up recurring payments. You can bill them on the spot. They've got a mobile app that you download. Everything can be done right there on the spot. You set up the recurring payment on the spot, and it automatically bills them and automatically takes that money out and puts it into your account. I use that all the time, okay? All the time. And it is awesome when the day comes and it automatically takes it out. For customers that owe me for websites, monthly hosting, and that kind of stuff. I use that all the time, and I use Freshbooks. There are other programs out there that will do recurring payments. There's a program called Moonclerk. Now, Freshbooks and Moonclerk use Stripe, okay? And it automatically sets up the recurring side of Stripe. So you have to have a Stripe account. Now, with Freshbooks, they've got their own credit card account or whatever you call that, where they take the payment, okay? So, but you can use their program and or use Stripe, either one. But I use Freshbooks. if you will search Freshbooks in the group. Kenny, could you go to the old group and search Freshbooks and put that URL in the group here, if you would, for me, please? Just go to the old group, the Instant App Wizard group, and search Freshbooks and put that URL in. And you get a 60-day trial because of Instant App Wizard. So feel free to do that. That's the program I use. You can use Moonclerk. It's like $10 a month. And you can set up recurring payments. But you have to have a Stripe account with Moonclerk. With FreshBooks, you have a Stripe account or you can use their system. Either one. Doesn't matter. I use Stripe for everything. Everything. Okay. These are questions that were asked, and feel free to continue to ask questions. I'm going to go through the questions that were asked in Facebook. The link that comes in my subway text, would that go to a link, say, onetap.mobi XX kiosk, a coupon I have in my clients that post a mistake? Yeah, Square works. PayPal works. They've got a swiper on PayPal. You can set up recurring payments. There's a lot of them that work. Square does have recurring payments. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they've all got the same the payment. The I think it's 3% and 30 cents, and it's all pretty much the same. But I use Stripe and I use FreshBooks. So, and I think Square is free. I'm not sure. I've never used Square, but a lot of people do. You would go into click on your coupon link, just like I showed you earlier. You right click on it, pull it off, and you just stick that into the message that goes out to, and I will show you. That way if you right click, let's say that this was a coupon link. I would right click on this coupon. I would get the link address, okay? And I would come up to my messaging center and I would simply put in here because I want to save characters. And I would pull that off. If I can grab it. I would pull off that URL. I'd copy it. I'd put it in this message, and then I would add something to it. Kind of like Subway does, okay? You know, click here for the coupon or whatever, but yes, you can do that. You just get the link, and getting the link is simple. Create your coupon. Go into your app. Right-click on the button and copy link address and paste that into your message system. Okay. Okay. I hope that answered the question. If you need more clarification on that, just let me know. On our kiosk, we say you may receive up to 4 messages a month. On my Subway, I seem to get them much more frequently. Is there a reason for only 4? You can set it to anything you want, and you control that in the back end, like I was showing you, your monthly controls. If you send it out, you can send it out manually. You can set it up to send out for an entire month. You can set it up to send it out every Wednesday, Thursday, whatever day, or whatever date. That's between you and your customer, okay? So you're using them at a trade show registration. 2 to 3 would be convenient to alleviate lines. Also on the trade show, if the trade show management has the kiosk, can exhibitors use that list to market to, and would they have to do it through the management? If you're collecting names, you own that list, okay? If you set it up with a trade show management team, then it's up to them to go to those that are set up at the trade show to set up the marketing. That's a great idea. I think that was Bob Azor again. That's a great idea to do that, okay? To go to a trade show company, and say, hey, we're going to set up these kiosks, and then you can go back, and what we'll do is we'll hit up all the vendors, and we'll set up a program, and you can do a split pay with them or something like that. You manage the marketing, and they give you all the customers. Many ways to do that. I hope that answered the question. I think I read that correctly. That's definitely a good idea. I have a Verizon, and in talking with them, they have a data-only plan that is about $10 a gigabyte a month, $10 a month on a tablet, and a way to limit a device usage to a certain amount of data. I think it is a great way to overcome if someone doesn't have Wi-Fi. Your thoughts will hook up your device for $20, set up your thoughts. Seems to be make everything simple. This is my personal thought. I'm not telling you who to sell to, and it doesn't matter to me what tablet you use, and it doesn't matter to me if you're providing Wi-Fi. I would not provide Wi-Fi because if somebody hacks into that tablet and starts watching a bunch of videos, thank you, Kenny Dutton. There's the Freshbook link. You can sign up for Freshbook for 60 days. Try it out. If somebody hacks into that tablet, and we all know that kids are very smart and they can usually get around. If they get into that tablet and start watching a bunch of video when the boss isn't there because they don't want to watch it on the computer system and they don't think the boss is going to catch them, and they run up about 60 gigs of data, you're going to have to pay for that. I would not provide Wi-Fi to anyone. There's no way to manage it. And if they don't have Wi-Fi, they're probably not going to be a very good customer anyway. Show it to them. If they're willing to get Wi-Fi, great. Most businesses, and I can't remember who I was talking to, that was someone today on the phone. Most businesses do all of their ordering online. Most businesses today have Wi-Fi. I use a little tire shop uptown. And I mean, it is like an old gas station that's run down. They do all of their ordering online. They've got Wi-Fi right there at the station. And they let you tap into it for free while you're sitting there waiting on your tires to get put on. Most businesses today have Wi-Fi. Secondly, a ton of money for a tablet that you could have bought for $60 one time. I mean, at $10 a month, and you usually have to have a 2-year contract. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Those trade shows are big. You guys can do very well at trade shows. There's companies that do nothing but trade show kiosk systems. You're going to pay 10 times for a tablet that you could have bought once, okay, and save them a ton of money. So I don't recommend doing that personally. If that's a way you would like to go, that's not a great deal on a tablet, and that 10 gigs can go very, very quick. All right, very, very quick. I can tell you now, 10 gigs is 4 webinars. 4 webinars is 10 gigs of data. Actually, it's about 14 gigs of data because I lost my Wi-Fi during a big storm here for almost a month, and I had to turn my Wi-Fi on my phone, and it was about 14 gigs of data just for 4 webinars. So that's 4 hours of video, basically. Okay. Now, you can turn your phone into a hotspot. If you want to turn your phone into a hotspot just so you can go in and demo the pads, and or you wanted to get that for yourself so that you can control it and demo it, that's not a bad idea. Okay, not a bad idea. But I prefer showing them the tablet that they're going to get, if that makes sense. So if you have any questions on that, please feel free to throw your questions. Thank you, Kenny Dutton. Thank you, Rick, for your comment. Hair salons. My question here was, do you hook up with the owner or each individual stylist? We did an app for a hair salon in Rockwall, Texas. Okay. We did the app for the hair salon in Rockwall, Texas. She paid for the app, and then she got apps for each individual person. When that person left, she maintained control of the apps. So in my experience, in that one experience, the shop owner controls that. Okay, they control the specials, they control who's coming in, they control who gets what. They do rent those spaces out, and each individual person rents that space, but the owner of the shop is the one that controls everything. Matter of fact, we went to another hair salon, and the owner didn't want it, and she wouldn't allow us to talk to the individual people. Every shop's going to be different, but that's just my experience on the shop. These are things that I can't remember the question. What niches would you like to know? Nail shops. Nail shops, I don't go to one. I know a lot of people that do go to nail shops, and I know it's about $40. You could do a buy one, get one hand done, get the other one done free, get a special tips, maybe get 10% off of these high dollar tips. Tips being the nails the extensions that they put on top of your fingernails. And you're probably wondering, how in the world do you know that? Don't ask. But I've never done that. But if they've got a project, I mean, if they've got a product, okay, you can it is whatever they've got. Sit down with them and find out what their high-end product is, and they want to give away the product that has the lowest. The highest return on investment. So let's say that the nail tips cost them $2, okay? But it costs you $35 to get the nail tips on. Those nail tips are nothing. That's not what they're paying. That's not what they're paying for. All right? Their high end, their largest return on investment is actually setting that person down. So they can literally give away nail tips. Okay? Resale shops. Resale shops meaning probably something like a thrift store or something like that. They could do a BOGO sale. They could do a 50% off sale. Anything to get people to come in. Okay? BOGOs are big. Buy one, get one. Those are very big in retail and resale shops. A tire and battery. We were just talking about this yesterday. I want you to think about this. You can't even get air free anymore. It's going to cost you $2 or $3 just to get air. So they could do something like come in and get a free rotation and get your air checked. They get you up there, and I can tell you this from personal experience. I don't never know when the wires are showing, and I don't check the gauge of my tires. But they're going to, and they will walk out, and they're going to sell you a $120 tire for coming in for a 5-minute tire rotation and some air. So anything like that at a tire and batteries, check the acid in the batteries, or check the water in the batteries, or check the whatever you call it, the continuity of the battery, where they come in, and then we've got man, I'm getting worn out, you can tell. They hook your battery up to a machine and see how it's going, see what it's going, or see how much juice it has. Get a free battery check. And what that does is that brings them in to the store, right? And if their battery is low, they're fixing to spend $60 to $90 on a battery. Not only that, they probably need their fluids in their car is probably low. Free fluid checks is very good. Free transmission fluid with an oil change. Herbal remedy stores, anything in there. That's probably one of the largest marked up items in the world is herbal remedies. Okay, they're making a fortune on $1 bottle of pills, and they're charging $50 for it. Yeah, check the load on the battery. That's what I was trying to do. So buy one, get one. It would be a great thing for an herbal remedy store. And they run those sales a lot. You can look in the newspapers, herbal remedy stores, buy one. Pool supply or pool cleaner, exactly. Okay, either one. Get a free net for your pool. The cleaning net. Have one of our pool people come out and do a free pool check. Anything free, people are into. If I owned a pool, and let me tell you something, pool cleaning is, I started to buy a pool, and it was the maintenance on the pool that kept me from buying a pool because Kerry Miller's not going to get out there and do maintenance on the pool. I can promise you that. So the maintenance on the pool is what kept me from buying and having a pool put in, because I did not want to go out there and clean the pool. So a free pool check, come out and check the filters or something like that. And now you come out and they're standing in front of you, and now you can sell them on your service. A dog bath. My mother was in grooming. I don't know how many of you saw my mom on the video in the Facebook group, but she used to do this all the time. Free dippings. Okay. Free dippings. That's where you bring your dog in and get it flea dipped. All right. So you come, yeah, the maintenance is a beast. So you come in and they bring your dog in to get a free dip. Okay. Well, what's going to happen while they're there? They want a cut, and they want their nails done, and they want their nails polished, and all that stuff. Okay, so dog grooming is huge. With a dog, a free collar, a free flea collar. Bring your dog in for a free dip and get a flea collar. You know, those kind of things. Printer, same thing. You know, order 1,000 business cards, get 500 for free. T-shirt printer. I had a friend that was in the T-shirt printing business, and he used to run this special all the time. If you buy the upgraded T-shirt, he did the printing for free. All right, he did the printing for free. Wedding gowns, free fitting. You know, or 10% off on your high-end gowns, and that's a business all in itself. Let's see, auto parts store. We kind of went over that. Auto dealers. Woodrow's working on an auto dealer right now where you get a free BMW for a week for a test drive. Free test drives. Auto dealers also do this. Believe it or not, an auto dealer doesn't make money on the cars. They make money in the shop. So auto dealers want you to come in and get, you know, a free oil change. They want you to come in there. They want you to come in there so they can sell you that car. Because what happens at an auto dealer? You pull into the shop and say, oh, well, you got this going bad. You got this going bad. You got this going bad. They call the front. Hey, this guy's car is a piece of crap. It's falling down. He needs a new car. Now you got a salesman out there showing you around all over a free oil change. All right. Thrift shops, we went through that. Variety stores, same thing. Roof repair. I can talk about this from experience. We did this all the time, and this is how we built our list. Free roof inspection. Free roof inspection. One of the best things a roofer can do, or any contractor, is give a free inspection. Home appliances, same thing. Give a free on check in your whatever you call that. Whatever you call that thing you put, the ice box, the refrigerator. I know it's not an ice box anymore. Home furnishings. This is a great thing because let me tell you, home furnishing companies do this. They will come out and they will put a wax on your tables, okay? They will shine your tables and they'll put that high dollar stuff all over your tables. Why do they do that for? They do that to let you know that they've got a special going on at their stores, okay? Clothing stores, we talked about that, buy one, get ones. Liquor and quick markets. I don't know about your state. You need to check on this. You cannot advertise alcohol, anything for free in Texas. You can't drive people to a bar in Texas via that kind of marketing. The beer companies can put up beer signs, but you cannot specifically send out a special to someone and tell them to come in and get drunk at your bar. All right? So check your area. All right? Quick markets, anything. BOGOs, candy bar sales, Brahms. Yeah, absolutely in Maryland too. Yeah, you check your state on that liquor thing. That's very touchy. And let me tell you something. Tobacco and firearms will get you. So TBAC will tear you up. Senior citizen centers. My wife happens to be in that business. Free tours. Free tours. Do it all the time. They do it all the time. Real estate offices, same thing. Free tours. They have a deal in my hometown. It's called the Tour of Homes. They charge you $30 every Christmas to do a tour of the rich people's houses. You could get free tour of homes and that kind of thing for real estate offices. And it looks like any more questions at all? Be more than happy to answer them. I know this has been a 2-hour training. I know it's been long. Any questions at all while we're talking? I knew it'd be long tonight. I didn't realize it'd be this long. All right, I promise you we will add. I don't want to go till 11 tonight. I will add, and nobody's left. I mean, we've got a ton of people still in the training, over 50. So a kiosk would definitely work for an outlet mall. Jack, go over to Tangier in Terrell. They have them set out all the time, but not only that, they've got those billboards everywhere asking you to sign up for their specials. Tangier Mall in Terrell, and I know you know where that's at. It's just over there Monday. And I will tell you, I will say this, and I never tell anybody what to do or how to do it. I tell you from experience what I've experienced. I have always found that it's a lot easier to work with your SMBs, your small to medium businesses, than it is a large conglomerate, because getting a hold of the decision makers is very tough, very, very tough when you're talking a big business like that. I mean, Tangier's is all over the United States, and I know they've got yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. You guys on the East Coast, y'all are kicking it. Michael, thank you for that. Everybody that's helped out during training tonight, thank you very much. Very much. Any other questions? Any other questions? A kiosk will, to me, a kiosk will work at any business that needs to bring traffic back in their door. That's what it's all about. Bringing business back in the door. And you won't find a simpler system than this, I can promise you. And there's not, the pricing I give you guys is recommended pricing. I can tell you, I'm talking to a couple of sales reps right now that I'm going to put on this in February. And I'm going to raise my prices to $99 just to increase the commission, So it's still going to be less than $100 a month. But to help with paying the commission side, it's going to be $199 set up and $99 a month. For me, it's $79. It's great money. But in bringing in a sales rep, I've got to increase that revenue a little bit to offset that commission cost. So as I've always said, you've got to sit down and look at that. Okay. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for submitting questions previously. I want to thank everybody for helping out by looking for links so that we could continue to roll on with training, for posting the information so everybody could be helped out during this training. These notes show up during the replays, so people are able to get that information even during the replay. Within 24 hours, we had over 300 people watch this replay. So I greatly appreciate the help. With that said, if you ever want anything specific, okay, I know I can't please everybody, and I will never be able to please everybody because everybody wants something a little different. But if you want something specific, just like tonight, training is for you. It's not for me, okay? Train myself, and then I teach you what I do. So if you ever need anything specific, to email me and or post it in Facebook, and I will add it into training. Kind of like getting the search feature. Check the comment section in YouTube for show links, and that is exceptional. And I know he's going to be very busy in the next 24 hours putting this one together. Thank you, Kenny Dutton. But anything you guys need, you guys and gals, when I say guys, I mean everybody included, guys and gals. That's just a Texas thing. I will be more than happy to show you exactly, just like we did tonight. These trainings are interactive, and I do not mind going back and forth and helping you. I know some of the fluff people don't like, and that's fine. Some people do. I'm an old schooler. I'm a Zig guy. I love Zig Ziglar. I grew up on Zig Ziglar. I cut my teeth on Zig Ziglar, and that's how I learned to sell. And so I talk a lot about Zig, and I can't help it. He's my man. But I am here for you. I'm not here for me. The most important thing, and Woodrow and I talked about this last night for over 5 hours. The most important thing to us in this company is that each and every one of you are successful and making money. Nothing else matters to us except putting together the tools and making sure that you're successful. And I know without question that Woodrow is extremely committed to that. Extremely committed to that. So, and we're gonna continue to do that. So with that said, it looks like the questions are done. I want to thank everybody for sticking it out, man. Over 50 people for 2 hours. That's pretty good. And I know it was long. Watch the training. I will do another training tomorrow with a short 5-minute training on setting up the kiosk specifically. Thank you, Joseph. It's good to see you, buddy. And I'll do a specific video with the new implementations on the kiosk. This is a great tool. Go out and start selling it. There's no question in my mind that this is a tool you can definitely go sell. And we will add reputation management next week. I promise you, Nikisha, without question. We will add reputation management next week. Awesome, Rick. Thank you, buddy. Well, God bless you all. Have a great night. And I'm not going to do it live. It's only going to be, I'm going to do a quick 5-minute video and post it in the group, BK. Absolutely, Nikisha. I'm sorry I didn't get to it tonight. I just wasn't expecting to go this long. But I wanted to make sure we got all the questions asked. Good night, Jack. Good night, everybody. I'm excited. Now I'm tired. We'll see you. We'll see everybody in the Facebook group. Thank you, Nikisha. Good night. Good night, BK. Tell your wife I said hello, buddy.